Speaker, I just want to say briefly that, as members know, the NDP whip in particular has a history of making false and defamatory comments about me, and this is no exception. It's very clear.
Colleagues, if you please can keep your comments to yourself so that the chair can listen to this point of order being raised by the member from Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan, who was referenced in some other point of orders. I think it is fair to allow him to raise his point of order uninterrupted to the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There was an exchange yesterday in question period about extravagant spending by the government. $9 million spent on a luxury condo on Billionaires Row. Now, the leader of the opposition asked a question.
Speaker, I can't hear him.
I can't hear him, Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
I can't hear him.
False and defamatory comments have been made about me. If members want to hear a response, I'll provide a response. The leader of the opposition pointed out $9 million spent on this extravagant condo and identified a number of luxury features associated with that condo, including an extremely luxurious bathtub. Following that, the Prime Minister made no comment whatsoever about those features. Instead, the Prime Minister spoke about the kinds of international engagement that the government does. And as the Hansard clearly...
So, colleagues, I'm going to ask the honourable member, please, if I'm going to ask... I'm going to ask the honourable member, please, to get to his point, because it's very important that we try to get to the point so that it's not perceived as engaging in debate. I'm trying to making sure.
Mr. Speaker, false and defamatory comments have been made about me.
Yep.
I'm providing a response, and hopefully members will benefit from reviewing the context of what happened.
Yep.
$9 million were spent on a luxury condo on Billionaires Row in New York. In a question from the Leader of the Opposition, various luxury...
Okay, colleagues, if the member has been... Colleagues. So I'm going to invite the honourable member from Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan. He was almost there. I'd ask him, please, just immediately get to the point so that we can address the allegations which were made against the honourable member, and then we can move on in the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And we've heard a few words said in this House about bullying. I'm trying to provide an explanation with context and to answer false allegations that have been made against me, and I will persist in doing that. So, following questions from the Leader of the Opposition about a $9 million luxury condo purchased by the government, and in particular identifying among the features of that condo a luxury bathtub, the Prime Minister ignored reference to those features and instead spoke about the engagement done by the government internationally.
Right.
And the Hansard shows the exchange, and many of the comments about made on Twitter about what was allegedly said don't reflect what's in the Hansard. The Hansard notes, does he engage with them in the bathtub? The point of that comment is to illustrate that, of course, meetings don't take place in a bathtub. A luxurious bathtub has nothing to do with meetings. The Prime Minister's answer had nothing to do with the questions, but it had nothing to do with sex. I wasn't thinking about sex at all. Never mind. Not mine.
The honourable member from Timmins